So I'm making videos, but I'm gonna upload it to a different channel just in case, cause it's not getting out. But basically, man, the CIA is fucking crazy. They got me in a coma, in a simulation. They killed my whole family. And right now, what they're doing is they're putting drugs in my nose. I'm in a coma. This is a simulation. And where they're putting drugs in my nose. And so basically, it's keeping me up. And they're just talking shit. And just being fucking annoying. I already done called them out. These are Nazi terrorists. So these are the Nazi terrorists, CIA, military group. They kill civilians on the reggie. This is all they do. And so basically, just to break it down, just to give you a quick recap, my whole entire life was a social security fraud investigation, basically. I learned this. I didn't know anything. I learned this over time. And everybody who's been investigating me the whole time basically kept stealing my identity, stealing my jobs, you know what I mean? And so basically, when it comes time to find out what's going on, the one of the people that copied me basically paid millions of dollars to the CIA for them to give me a job, put me in a coma, and act like they're giving me a program, acting like I want to be some type of famous rapper or something, not like an ignorant rapper. And so basically, they kept fucking around and fucking around and fucking around. You know what I'm saying? I'm pissed off. You can go on my other channel, D Hustle 253, and you can see all those YouTube videos I made. And basically, like, they just keep playing fucking dumb. They play dumb in circles. And when they act like they're helping, they switch me through different bodies. So like right now I'm in a female body. Like my head is small. If you check out my YouTube videos, you can see like different heads because there's different heads because I have different heads. And it switches because this is what they do. And they're basically that's what COVID is. COVID is cover identity and it's basically Nazi terrorists. They do this shit on the reggie. So they're all white people. They were first white people, not from Earth, white people. And then basically they take over our planet and they kill people and they put themselves into the bodies of the people of other people, or they'll make people or make humans or it, all this shit. They just mix each other up. So like black people that you'll see, if you see a black person in 2020, just know it's a Nazi. It's not a real black person. Like that's how deep it goes. It goes to the point where all because that's a thing. Like whatever they're talking about, that's where the Nazis are gonna go. So like, remember, it was women empowerment, and there was trannies, right? There was women that look like men. Like basically every politician that's a woman is a tranny. It's a man. It's a Nazi. And then they want to do the black thing or black power or Black Lives Matter. So then you got Nazis pretending to be black people. They're all Nazis. That's why they're so automatic. And they always say It's always They always talk like this and they say They say like it's a word. You know what I mean? They don't say like they're looking for something to say. They say it like it's just a word because that's just their default because they're artificial. They're like they're not they're not like I couldn't even tell you because I don't know for damn sure, but they're artificial as fuck. You know what I mean? Like they can copy people to where you don't even know it's a fake person. You know what I mean? Unless you know about this stuff, because then you can look at the small details. You know what I mean? Like the shape of the face, or the voice, or the way they talk, or the way they walk. But unless you know that, you won't know that these people are, you know, you wouldn't know. And like I saw it before, but I didn't know. I remember I saw my little brother. I looked at his feet and I was clowning on him because he had old man feet. I was like, "Damn, your feet look hella old." You know, before all this terrorist shit happened, I was just I was just talking shit to my little brother. But now I know that wasn't my little brother. It was a completely different person. You know, So they've been doing this shit. So basically, they've been letting ISIS and shit is real. They've been letting ISIS in America. Like I had friends that are ISIS. Didn't even know it. I know it now because I learned it. Didn't even know it. You know what I mean? All it takes is for someone to move. If somebody moves, somebody else moves in there and copies that person and uses their identity. You know what I mean? It might not look the same, it might not be like look like the person, but they're using that person's identity. And this happens, I think, like all the time. I think above 90%. I don't know for sure, but I just know there's basically they're just copying people. And basically they keep giving me the runaround, keeping me in this fucking coma playing stupid when there's real terrorist shit going on. Like these the motherfuckers responsible for this shit, excuse me, are the same motherfuckers responsible for the world wars, the Cold War, you know what I mean, killing people, blacks killing blacks, all that shit. They're responsible for all of this shit. And they just play dumb. So that's why I'm uploading this video here, to let it be well known. I don't know where these motherfuckers is at. You know what I mean? I know they're in space. And they probably in a bunker or some shit. You know what I mean? In the States or in California or Mexico or something. And they're harboring people, man. They're harboring people in comas. And they're raping them. Like, they stuck a dildo in my ass. Like, while I'm in a coma. I could feel it. You know what I mean? And they're trying to pretend like I'm somebody else. Like, so they'll put me in a white girl body and just pretend like I'm somebody else. And they do this shit on repeat. And they play stupid all the fucking time. And tonight, they're giving me fucking drugs. So I'm up. They know I don't want it. They already know what the truth is. They already know everything. I know. But they just keep fucking with me. I think it's because they know they're going to fucking die. Like, because how deep, because easily they could have killed me. They can kill me, no problem. They can cut my lights out. But since they're not doing that, that tells me they did all of this basically to save themselves. Because if it's Social Security fraud, right? If Social Security fraud is running rampant in America, so they're copying people, then, you know, you got fraudulent credit cards and stuff like that. And people traveling in other identities and doing who knows what overseas and stuff like that. You can only imagine that the rest of the world is probably looking at America like, what the fuck is like, it's always fake people. You know what I mean? They know this shit's happening, right? I also have this theory, like, every person who comes to America from out of the country, like, they disappear. You know what I mean? And like, Jeffrey Epstein's real. The whole Jeffrey Epstein thing is real. They abducted all the women and children, and they programmed them basically. They turned them into robots, you know, and sex slaves and stuff like that, and whatever they want them to do, because that's why they did it. And they're doing all this shit for world domination. I've been calling this shit out a long time ago. I need you to go check out D Hustle 253, all my music videos. I'm not a fucking rapper anymore. Why? Because they stole that. Because there's a real terrorist attack. You see this bump on my nose? They gave me this fucking bump on my nose, and if you go listen to the Crazy Bone where he's like this, they added this bump on his nose. They coveted his nose with the same exact bump in the same exact location, and then they want to pretend like I'm Crazy Bone because it fits the description. Why? Because I grew up listening to Bone Thugs and Harmony and know all the lyrics. You know what I mean? They want to pretend like I'm other people. And they want to pretend like I want to be somebody else. They want to pretend like I want to be a girl. They're just pretending and lying their asses off. This is Nazi 101, mind control, all that shit. You know what I mean? I used to have really thick hair. And another thing, Creed, right? So you guys seen that movie Creed? When I was a little kid, I looked like Creed. My head, when I was 15 years old, I looked like Creed. Like literally, because that's my head. That was my original head. This isn't my original head. So that was my original head, the same exact shape. Like, it even has like a little scar on. They'll COVID it now I say it, but it had a little scar on the side and everything. They'll COVID the shit though. But that was my exact head. And if the NSA wants to really do their job, they can go look and see, like, oh yeah, that really is him. Yeah, that was him. but they don't do their job. The Nazis. And so basically, they borrowed my body for Creed, right? And then turn around. That was for collusion, right? And then turn around and destroy fucking Earth and pretend like I did it, right? They were in here. They got me fucking in a spaceship in a coma, flying around and shit, playing stupid. You know what I mean? So if there's any humanity left, like this shit needs to be completely destroyed. These people are up to nothing but destroying humanity, COVID, organ donors, harvesting organs. Like my toes are different. They cut my damn toes off in the goddamn coma, man. So like the it's so serious. It's so serious, and like they just playing games. They're acting like it's a video game. You know what I mean? They're playing around like it's a video game, and when you're in here, like, they can program you. Like they can program your mind. So like they basically wrecked. Like I had a friend, I seen them. They wrecked my, like the real people that are my friends. They wrecked those people. They like completely destroyed them because they want to deny that I'm a real person, and they want to kill everybody I know so they can deny that I know anybody, and they want to pretend like I'm not the real Derek Husky. And they've been doing this shit since probably since I was a kid. You know what I mean? And like I could look back at my whole life now in hindsight, my entire life in hindsight, and I can just call out people who are Nazis now. You know what I mean? Like, oh, he's not a real, but that was a Nazi. That was a Nazi too. You know, you can see it all now because you recognize the patterns and you have your memory. They also tried to wipe my brain like 2 times, at least 2 times, maybe three. For sure, 2 times they tried to wipe my brain, and I remember everything. So that goes to show that anybody who says they have amnesia is lying. They're literally lying. It's corruption. It's impossible to lose your memory. And another thing is, there's no limit up here. There's no limit. So don't believe any of that shit. They say don't waste. No, there's no limit up here. We have unlimited memory, probably to a certain extent, but it's pretty no limit up here, man. So they trying to just play dumb. You know what I mean? And like that's the only reason. That's the only. So I go to school. I went to school for IT to get a career. Right? I'm a smart guy. They wanted me to go to Clover Park so they can spy on me. As soon as I started going to Clover Park, I started getting headaches. You know what I mean? They're already hacking my brain. They already got their nanotech and stuff and whatever other wireless tech and whatever they might put in the food or whatever might be in the water and all that shit. You know what I mean? So they just want to get in your head, hack your brain, copy you so they can use your identity for something else, for whatever, for fraud, for traveling, for whatever, you know what I mean? Or for getting a job or whatever it is. But this shit is serious. They need to destroy this shit. They need to destroy the Nazis. Because these Nazis, if there's any humanity left on Earth, if there's any humanity left on Earth, they need to know that these Nazis are going to play dumb and attack us. You know what I mean? But they look like regular people. You don't know what's a Nazi, what's not. You know, you don't know shit. You know what I mean? So, like, basically anybody who can't be honest with you, just go ahead and assume it's a Nazi. Because they just play dumb. They say all the goddamn time. And they make no sense. But it's dead serious. And I want anybody who's watching this, who's taking this shit serious, to watch D Hustle 253, my other video. That's where I've been uploading all these videos to try to get the shit real word out. Because they've been treating this shit like it's a program, like it's a simulation or something. No, they were trying to keep me completely stupid, and make me think this is real life. You know what I mean? They tried to make me homeless. They tried to put me on drugs. Everything is made up. They're lying about everything. They're just lying their asses off, and they're doing it. It feels like forever, for eternity. That's why I know we need to get rid of this system completely. We need to destroy it because all they want to do, like, you know what I mean? Because they're not real humans, right? So like they need us to be. They need our blood. They need our minds. They need our intellectual property. They need us to be in human form. Like they can't be without humans. But they're not humans. So they basically use us for food and they put us in comas and they put us in false realities and they make us think it's real life. Which could probably be okay if they didn't separate you from all your friends and family and you probably wouldn't know anything, right? But no, that's not their plan. Their plan is to deny me as a person because we got like 3, 4, 5, 700,000, 10,000 people, whoever the fuck these Nazis are, we got all these people trying to copy me. And the people I don't know, they're already copied me and they're probably getting away with it. And then they're sending people that I do know to copy me. You know what I mean? So the people I don't know, they're already done. I ain't gonna see them. You know what I mean? They're already done got away with it. Or they're already dead. But people are just copying me. You know what I mean? And this whole operation they're doing is a big problem because it wasn't done right. You know what I mean? If they're trying to find out who's what and what's who, they didn't do it right. Not to mention this whole operation, they're trying to steal everyone's Bitcoin, man. Anyone who has a Bitcoin, anyone who knows what Bitcoin is, they're trying to put you in a coma, hard fork your life. You know what I mean? Make a copy of your life, and then they're gonna keep the real stuff. You know, and time goes on there. Time can slow down here. It's 2020 here. You know what I mean? But these people ain't gonna stop. They ain't gonna stop.